Well, let's speak to Charlotte Pickles. She's the Chief Executive of Restate, a think tank focusing on the reform of public services. Welcome to you. Andy Burnham was on your devolution advisory board till he stepped down when he became Prime Minister. Just tell us more about this goal of devolution and what a number 10 North actually means and is going to, how it's going to impact the electorate.
So I think it's really exciting, and obviously there has been a little bit of scepticism that maybe this is a sort of a bit of a token kind of gesture. We'll just move some people from London, we'll put them in another part of the country, and that's kind of as far as it goes. I don't think that is what's happening here. I think Andy Burnham has a genuine mission to get control, the grip of Whitehall, of central government out to other areas. And I think that's really positive. And what we need to see is a really rapid growth in the number of people who are taken out of the departments in sitting in London, fragmented, not particularly good at working together, put into number 10 North, and then genuinely focused on devolving powers, decision-making, and budgets and money, including fiscal devolution, so the ability for areas to retain taxes raised in those locations, or even to raise their own revenues. If the new Prime Minister can do that, then I think we can genuinely see a big shift in how this country is run, and actually ensuring that people in local areas feel like government's working for them.
So is this going to be about more councils having more powers, more regional mayors having more powers, and more economic say over their area? And if so, if he's Prime Minister of the whole country, how is he going to make sure that there's joined up thinking?
I mean, it's a great question. So I think what we're going to see is much more power to that, what's called the strategic authority level. So that's the kind of regional tier. That's where you've got your mayors. It's where obviously Andy Burnham was a mayor in Greater Manchester. That gives you the sort of scale of geography and the size of population that actually allows you to do the sorts of things which drive growth. So, for example, being able to make changes about transport policy. We saw that Burnham did that when he was Mayor of Manchester, but also being able to make decisions about what sort of industrial strategy do we want? Do we want to be a specialist in a particular sector like life sciences or technology or advanced manufacturing, things like that, which we're seeing across the country, areas becoming specialists, but we need to give them the tools to really kind of put rocket boosters on that to drive growth. So I think we'll see it at that strategic tier, that regional tier. Now, one of the challenges that that Andy Burnham's going to have is that some parts of the country don't have that strategic tier, and he's going to have to think quite carefully about forcing some areas to create that local governance structure that will allow him to devolve consistently across the country. And look, in terms of being the Prime Minister for the whole country, he's obviously going to want to set priorities. We're already seeing that. He's going to want to make sure that there are certain services that are universal, that we see in all areas. But actually, the point of devolution is to allow local places to make different decisions and to prioritise different things and to build different services. And I think that's a good thing.
Well, we will see, won't we? Charlotte Pickles, thank you.